I often look around at the students in my classroom, as well as my own children growing up in this new age of technology, and wonder how our society and its inherent technology advances have impacted the next generation, particularly their ability to socialize. I wonder if the generations before us have had the same thought and wondered to themselves whether the many changes experienced in the course of their lifetime left them with the same thoughts. As a child, I recall riding my bike to a friend's house, walking up the driveway to their front door and ringing a bell, or knocking on the front door to ask their parents if they were allowed to come out and play. I remember being gone all afternoon and returning home at dinner time, and my parents not being concerned with the fact I had been out all afternoon playing with my friends. If my friends and I wanted to play a game of softball, we spoke, planned amongst ourselves to meet up at a field after the bus had dropped us off for the day, or we called each other on landlines in our homes and agreed to meet up at a particular time and place. Time seemed much simpler, and it seemed that much of the responsibility for our activities was in our own hands. As I think about our children now, activities are mostly planned by parents and whether or not a kid actually partakes in any sort of extracurricular activity. It resides on whether the parents makes the efforts to pre-register for an event and takes the time to check with other parents, mostly via text message, if a time slot can be fit into the parent's calendar so that the kid can play. Just the other day, our family went to a restaurant for a meal, the kind with a playground, because, well, there's no point to go any other type of restaurant when you have three small kids. However, the restaurant wasn't particularly busy, and the hustle and bustle that often occurs at the play area wasn't evident. Yet, as we looked around the restaurant, there were a number of children at tables with their parents. What we did notice was that at nearly every table, the children that weren't playing were not sitting and conversing with family or friends. Each kid was holding a device, whether it was a mobile phone, a tablet, or other type of electronic device for entertainment. Nearly every child was holding one, and at the empty chairs of the few kids that were playing, a tablet was left at their place at the table. This was so that when the child was bored, after 5 to 10 minutes of playing, they could come back to their table and occupy themselves without bothering their parents. And I am not condemning those parents, as we have all done it, as our lives are so busy and consuming with prearranged play dates and activities that as adults we also need, sometimes, a little time out for ourselves. What worries me is that in this new age of technology, where everything is at our fingertips, our children are missing out on key aspects of socialization with other children. Are they missing out on the skills associated with making plans and agreeing to meet somewhere with their friends? Are they missing out on important lessons such as the disappointment feeling when a friend doesn't show and the importance of sticking to your word? Are they understanding how to occupy themselves without the aid of a handheld device, or simply how to control their emotions and deal with being bored and going through their own thoughts and reflecting without constant stimulations from their electronic devices? I decided I would turn to the internet. I know, technology, to do a little research on how experts view the impacts of technology on our children's ability to socialize, and to see if any important aspects of development in children sociologists feel to be the greatest risk. I also considered my personal observations as an elementary school teacher and a mother of three small children. After completing a significant online search on this topic, I noted that there is an equal divide in terms of whether people feel technology has aided or regressed our children's ability to socialize. There are arguments that technology allows our children the opportunity to connect more with the extended world around us, and there are arguments that too much screen time and the ever-changing, diminishing time spent between children and their parents is detrimentally impacting our children's growth, while the time that used to be spent with parents has been replaced with unproductive technologies. The common concerns I observed are technology has changed significantly in recent years as it has evolved from radios and black and white television sets to internet access, mobile phones, and handheld entertainment devices. Parental time with children has been replaced with tablet or technology time. It is important for parents to ensure their children develop their social skills through sports and extracurricular activities. It is especially important for extracurricular activities more than ever. The age and duration of time in which children are exposed to electronic entertainment has increased dramatically, and it is up to parents to monitor and regulate this time. With the many potential negative viewpoints of technology expressed, it is crucially important to note that there are many positive influences of technology that are often overlooked as well. The application of technology enhances the students' interest and intimacy towards their learning through engagement and engaging themselves with recorded video, tutorials, and virtual field trips. Technology affords children the ability to research information quicker and focus on the findings. The ability to spell check and run grammatical checks helps children with their language arts. Technology aids in the ability to create interactive learning environments which are proven to be more stimulating and productive. Technology allows for independent learning in a fun environment. Electronic communication Electronic communicating equipment is one of the best innovations of technology. People within a community and even around the world can communicate through the use of this equipment. The accessibility of these inventions has greatly made fences for faster communication. In summary, the consensus is that the technology and its impact on social interaction is a very important issue facing our society. More than ever, it is equally important for parents to observe and manage the use of technology and the old-fashioned techniques used to socialize. Technology isn't about to regress, so it is now up to us parents and educators of children in this current age to ensure children are placed in positions to develop the social skills of days past that were inherently learned as a matter of daily interaction, while also overseeing the use and influence of the many technologies at their fingertips. If we as parents and educators are successful at managing the delicate balance between technology and its influences on the social interaction of our children will reap the rewards for decades to follow, both socially and developmentally. The utilization of technology is convincingly done worldwide for an easy and efficient way of everyday living. Without the great minds of ancient people, there would be no birth of technology. There would have been no tool for faster development. So, it is unconvincing to think that even without the application of technology, future vision could still be achieved. Without the previous function of technology in the community, there will be no foundation for building further progression in the society. How do you feel about the way children are socializing in the 21st century?